All right, guys. So I wanted to talk about a situation that I seen recently. So a couple days ago, I was on a TikTok live, and there was a dad on the panel of that TikTok live, and it was mostly probably mothers and one single father, and they were dogging the guy out because he said that he walked away from custody. So they said, "Oh, you gave up custody." And my thing is, even if you're married, right, and people say that because you're married, you're equally entitled to the child, you have equal rights and all that stuff. Yeah, you still got to go through court. So if you have a conversation with mom and mom says she wants full custody, then now you got to go through the lawyers. And so my guy said, "All right, cool. You want full custody? I'm gonna give it to you." So he gives mom full custody and he pays the support. Now the women on the panel are upset with him because they're like, "Oh, you didn't try to fight for your daughter." Not There's been a lot of women that are like trying to shame men who walk away from situations they feel like they can't handle when it comes to the support, right? So if they can't co-parent with mom, I feel like, you know, that's the best decision for them, right? Because a lot of times people say stuff like, "Oh, just fill out the paperwork and do pro se." Most men are not going to go pro se. They're not. I hate to say it, they're not. I mean, there's a guy I know that walks people through the process, but most people don't even take the time to say, "Oh, maybe I could find somebody to walk me through the process." They just go straight to a lawyer. So when they look at family court, they think family court is biased against dads, which it might be depending on where you live. Uh, Judges are people, magistrates are people, and two, they think about the costs associated. So if you are fighting somebody who doesn't want to share custody with you, especially if they're using the silver bullet tactic, you're going to spend money in court. And women don't seem to understand the concept of spending money in court to get custody. They just feel like you should just do whatever in any situation, you should just do whatever you can to spend as much money as possible to get custody. But I feel like in some of these cases where the men don't fight or don't have the will to fight, they know that the child is safe with mom, and they just don't want to do the whole co-parenting with mom because mom's controlling. I've seen it up close with my best friend. He went through that situation, and she is controlling. I've seen it personally. So you want all the custody, you want to call all the shots with the child, and dad walks away and says, "Fine, you can take the custody and I'll pay you." This only works for moms if the amount of support is where they feel like it needs to be. So I had friends who had to do that, just couldn't co-parent with mom because they can't get along. Some people say, "Oh, you should put it aside for the child," but not everybody's the same, right? So you can't force people into co-parenting if they just feel like they can't do it. Mom again gets upset because the child support's not where it's at. She asking for more money. He's paying more money. He's trying to be involved with his child, and they get into a fight over the child or just over the mom saying something that he feels like she shouldn't say. And there it is. You back to paying child support, no seeing your child. The guy on the live has no like feelings for his child almost, because he says the girl. I'm like, "You mean your daughter?" And I'm like, yeah. He just detached himself from the situation. I don't know if like when he was going through the divorce it was his daughter was a baby, but I mean, it couldn't be me. But again, I kind of understand why some of these dads are walking away, especially if mom's coming into court talking about she want full custody. Sometimes you get it. I mean, we had last year a mom do that to a dad, and all the women were cheering. They're like, "Oh, men do it all the time." So you gotta be careful what you ask for. Sometimes you ladies come in, you want to have majority custody, and dad says take all the custody, and then now it's more than you bargain for because you're saying, "Nobody help me with the kids. You paying child support, but it's not enough. I need you to pay more." Be careful what you wish for. You want to court as mom talking about you want majority custody and you get all of it. You better be prepared to handle that. And if that amount that you're getting for child support doesn't handle it, maybe you should have tried sharing. Some of y'all moms don't want to share. I don't know if this is going to reach any moms, but some moms don't want to share. And when you don't want to share, now you're dragging up the bill in court because my lawyer has to talk to your lawyer, and it just feels like these lawyers like to chat because the bill just be racking up. I'm going through a modification, and I got court in a day, and that bill for the modification just racked up. I'm like, how? The process dragged. Instead of a year or less than a year, it's been over a year. Like, this court stuff is not fun. But yeah, I need people to stop treating dads who decide to just pay support and walk away because they can't get along with mom, the same way you treat somebody who is a deadbeat and hiding from child support. These are two different things. I mean, people in the live was calling this guy a deadbeat, and hey, look, I don't agree with what he did, but at the same time, I'm not calling him a deadbeat. That's just insane to me. But I don't know. Comment down below what you feel. I mean, do you agree with me? You know, do you feel like men should just fight for their child regardless of their situation because, you know, that's what fathers should do? Let me know.